Hello everyone, Dave here from GoStudy. In the United States, tertiary or higher education follows primary and secondary schooling. It's the final stage of the formal learning system and, unlike the first two, is optional. In other words, higher education is the only level that U.S. citizens are not required to participate in. Because it's optional, it's also the only level they have to pay for themselves. How U.S. colleges and universities operate is different than in other countries. Because that's the case, understanding how they work can be confusing for anyone who isn't familiar with them. This quick video is an introduction to the lessons in our section on understanding U.S. higher education. Together, these lessons are meant to give you a general overview of the important things you should know about U.S. colleges and universities. Armed with this information, it will be easier for you to navigate the process of applying to and attending a U.S. school. All right then, let's take a quick look at specifically what the lessons will cover. Here's a list of the topics included in this section. In the Key Characteristics lesson, I describe some of the key features of the U.S. higher education system, to include its size, diversity, flexibility, and governance structure. In the lesson on quality and rankings, I talk about accreditation, selectivity, and rankings, which are important in helping you understand how institutional quality is established and measured. In the cost lesson, I talk about costs related to studying in the United States, how to learn how much it will cost to attend a specific school, and ways to lower the cost of getting a university degree. In the lesson on academic calendars, I explain the different calendar systems schools use and note some common holiday and vacation periods. In the lesson on academic degrees, I talk about the differences between undergraduate and graduate programs and different types of degrees. In the academic programs lesson, I describe majors, minors, certificates, dual degrees, and dual majors. In the lesson on courses, credits, and grades, I talk about the different ways that U.S. schools measure students' academic achievement, to include credit hours, grading, and grade point average. In the faculty lesson, I tell you about the different types of educators at U.S. schools and talk about how they interact with students. And finally, in the resources lesson, I provide all the materials mentioned in these lessons. Before jumping into these lessons, a couple of quick points. First, because it's always changing and is so big, the topics in these lessons are not going to make you an expert on the U.S. higher education system. But that's not the point. Instead, in completing them, we just want you to know more than you already do, which should be helpful when researching and applying to different schools, and eventually attending one of them. And second, let us know if you have any questions about these lessons. If you do, it's likely other people do too. At GoStudy, our goal is to help you with your learning and application journey, so we love answering questions. You should never hesitate to ask. All right, everybody, that will do it for this brief introduction. Let's move on to the lessons in this section.